Scout. Now, Rob, his name is Scout. Scout, not Scott. Scott. We're off on our walk at Peninsula Golf Course, adjacent to Peninsula State Park. And what you are seeing in the distance is Green Bay and the lovely little bucolic village of Ephraim, Wisconsin. Cold and windy. And you can see we still have some snow, but miraculously, a lot has melted over the past week when we were unusually warm. We had highs up in the 30s, 40s, which is very rare for northeast Wisconsin. And we enjoyed it. I loved it. There are people here who are complaining, of course, because they make their living off of the snow, the winter weather, snowmobiling, skiing, and people who just like it. Plus, ice fishing. Ice fishing has really taken a hit. I think today is the official start of sturgeon spearing. And there are all kinds of danger warnings. Don't go off into the ice. It's not thick enough this year. And every night the news is filled with people having to be rescued who have fallen through the ice, but they were bound and determined to get their spearfishing in. Also, I want to say, mostly to Rob and Christopher, my dad passed away. He passed away in December. I believe it was December 12th. Yeah, and we are still picking up the pieces of it all. You know, on the way here, I listened to the classical music station out of Green Bay, and they played Mozart's Hallelujah. That to me is Mom. That was one of Mom's solos that she sang always. So I teared up. I think, I don't know, probably it's going to always be that way for me. They were such a part of my life, and I think they always will be. It's quite a hole, quite a space now. Anyway, we're continuing on, and I may show you some of the highlights of our walk today. But I'm determined for us to get 2 miles in at least. Now we're even closer to Green Bay. There's Ephraim over there. If we stop, maybe I can get my hand out and got my hands, one holding the leash and the other holding the phone. Oops, sorry, I hope I'm not going too fast giving you. That's Ephraim over there. Quite the tourist destination, Ephraim. And this area in general. We're known as the Cape Cod of the Midwest. Going out to Green Bay there. We're coming to some interesting bluffs. Now, this part of Wisconsin, I don't want to act like I am Mr. Know-It-All and end up getting it all wrong. But as I understand it, we are on what's called the escarpment, which is, now is the shale or limestone? I can't remember. But that makes up under us, under Door County, this part of Wisconsin, northeast Wisconsin. The soil is very thin because we are on this, what's called the escarpment. This big layer of rock, whether it be limestone, whatever it is. I don't remember the exact type of rock, but it's very, very close beneath the topsoil. So if you want to like dig a basement or something, you have to blast with dynamite. Thought you would find that interesting. But it makes for some very picturesque cliffs and caves. Sometimes it breaks apart. I don't know if you can see it. I think someone's coming behind us, darn it. Almost like cubist. They break into like squares. I wanted to introduce you to Chief Simon. I like to pay him respects. I like to say hello in the morning, when goodbye when we leave. There he is. Simon Onan Guisa Ka Quados, head of the chief of the Potawatomi Indians, the last descendant of a line of chiefs who ruled over the Door County Peninsula for many centuries. He was born in 1851, died in 1930. This is a little condescending here. A true and worthy Indian. But we like to say hi to him, give him respects. Over here was a totem pole that they took down, a big wooden totem pole on top of that platform. They took down and they were going to restore it, but it was brought up that totem poles are not a, what is the word? It's not something that the tribes of the Midwest and Northeast did. That was a Pacific Northwest thing. Washington State, Oregon, all the way up, I believe, to Alaska, and those Inuit type tribes, I think they were the totem pole tribes. So this was seen as sort of an ignorant tribute to the tribes that were here: Potawatomi, Winnebago, Menominee, Iroquois tribes. That was not, totem poles were not their tradition. So it's not going to be returned, which I think is a good idea. It's time we get our facts and our stories straight. So anyway, thank you, Chief Simon. And we're off. Scott and I are about to go down this hellacious hill. You should try to do this when it's got a foot or more of snow and ice on it, and try to go up. It ain't fun. There are several hellacious hills, I'll say, here. Pertinent vertical. Pertinent. That's a expression from my mom. See the trees growing up out of the rock? It's kind of cool. I'm always looking for arrowheads. I'll always be looking for arrowheads and never finding. Oh, see the water dripping down? What is this? I doubt that's an arrowhead, but I'm going to pick it up. And here's another of our hellacious hills. This is one of the official sledding hills. which you can see is officially closed from the lack of snow. Usually we have at least a couple feet in February, if not more. This is highly irregular. Not that I am complaining, but other people are. But anyway, it's quite a steep hill. And it keeps going. And going. And going. Somebody's taking a joy flight up there. Somebody's little private plane taken off the Ephraim Airport. I wonder what the degree of this hill is. That's the road we came from. You can see Ephraim in the distance across the bay. Almost to the top. Okie dokie. And we made it.